What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for making that subscribe button explode. You're the reason I make this media, guys. Click that bell icon so you're notified when new gem hunter content like this comes out. This is going to become a much more frequent thing on the channel, so you got to be tuned in to be able to know what's happening. Today we're taking a sponsored look at the MIMIR quiz at mineyourbiz.com. It's a social game that is attached to a multi-purpose token that, well, is first off a utility token. It's used within the infrastructure of the quiz itself, which is blockchain-oriented, blockchain-based, and tracks utilization and rewards on the Ethereum blockchain to then issue this token, within their smart contract, issue this token to winners and to participants of the MIMIR quiz. So let's take a look at the website and look at some of the fundamentals, right? Put our finger on the pulse of this project. Right now, it launches on starter.xyz. I've got that page open right now, just so you're aware. That is happening live as I record this video. As of the time of this recording, it is about 9 a.m. Pacific time in the United States. So there you go. But an actual public listing will take place on November 5th, according to starter.xyz. Some things you need to be aware of is, well, by the time this video is published, it looks like they'll hit their hard cap here in the private sale on the public IDO rather of starter.xyz. The smart contract address is available here. We can see the token tracker on etherscan.io. That's important to be aware of, right? So nothing is being issued just yet. Starter.xyz is being used to allocate those tokens. But right now, this is the amount that was set aside for starter.xyz. That's why they have this allocation here. So 3 weeks ago, the 100 million token hard cap was minted, and that's about the same time that they got a report back from Zokyo. So we take a look at the Zokyo token audit. Here's their summary. They say it was good. They give it a score of 99, and they found no major security issues. This was published on October 15th, right? If we take a look at the date of that. So made public, rather, on October 15th, which means that there was enough time to responsibly disclose any of their findings to the team and allow them to fix that before they created the smart contract, which we see on etherscan.io. What I'm saying is that all of this lines up, right? It all tracks. So when you look at a project like this, you can't find an audit and you can't find the original smart contract on a block explorer like BSC Scan or Etherscan, it could be a red flag. But here, I think I'm seeing the right fundamental, like basics, foundation of a token launch. So I feel pretty good about that. It will also launch on gate.io, but not for another couple of days. Now, I realize that I'm bringing this to you. I just recorded, right? This is a recorded video. I'm bringing this to you while the public IDO is happening. But here's the good news. I'm based in the United States. You may be based in the United States too. So something you need to be aware of is that if you're based in the United States like me, well, I couldn't even recommend that you use starter.xyz to participate because it is not permitted in the United States. Bunch of countries where it's just not possible to participate in this IDO, but I still do want to bring it to your attention before it gets listed on gate.io and Uniswap, where it can be traded permissionlessly. The MIMIR quiz itself is a game, and it's going to launch as a mobile game. Let's go down their list here. They've got a bunch of really great bits of information. It's free to play, and you can play to win. So essentially, the token itself is being freely distributed in exchange for gameplay. So it's based on blockchain technology, or powered by blockchain technology, because that's how the rewards are distributed, right? They're distributed as an ERC20 token. So instead of paying, you earn. There will be live tournaments broadcast from Stockholm, Sweden, right? It's where they ask about recent events. They ask about trivia that has to do with pop culture and with recent events. So you have to stay current on your world events. Then there will also be one-on-one challenges, including wagering. So if you're really good at trivia, right? If you're the sort of person that thinks like, okay, I would totally dominate at Jeopardy, then you would do really well here because you're going to be able to test your wits, test your knowledge against somebody else using their randomized search and pairing function. But then if you want to make things interesting, you can stake some of your tokens against the outcome, and they will too. And then you can take the pot, right? And there may also, I hope, be provision for people who are watching as well. If you're a really good player, then maybe third parties can wager as well. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case just yet. But yeah, so you can play for free. No strings attached, and then they say play to win, but this is really just the wagering, right? So a bunch of wagers, all interconnected, and then whoever wins takes the pot. Pretty darn cool. So that's part of the game itself. Now, why do I think that this matters? Without me giving you any kind of legal, financial, or business advice, and just as a reminder, I'm not any kind of financial planner or a financial advisor. You do have to do your own research after you watch this video, okay? I know. Yeah, boo-hoo. I can't just tell you what to do. You have to own your own choices. But here's why I'm excited about this project. In my home, we play not only high-speed card games like Monopoly Deal or Cover Your Assets or any kind of tabletop trivia and card games. We also play trivia games on the computer, right? As a family, we play things like Jackbox games where it's very trivia-oriented and it's very creative. So I love being able to see games like this make their way into the play-to-earn space within NFTs and tokens, right? So it's a really big deal because it's culturally already something that my family participates in, and I'd love to do myself. So I already see the use case there. It's just fun. I would play a game like this if it's fun, just because it's fun. So to have there be any other component added to it is interesting. It's cool. So that's part of the game. It'll be coming to the app stores in early November. So probably just after the token launch. So there's more. There's a video here you can watch on your own time. The team, they're all public. You can see their LinkedIn profiles, and they're not just like quickly provisioned LinkedIn profiles where there's a number associated, right? See that if you can see that tiny text there, it's their full name and it's a fully developed account. So these are their C-level executives right there. They've got a larger tech and development team because they have to for the video game itself and the mechanics. And then there is a design team and community management team or community or social management team, which is important as well. The advisory board is filled with some pretty awesome names, right? So Royale, Chiron Labs, Empire Global, as well as some individuals who are accomplished in the space in business advisement and crypto advisement. And then, of course, the partnerships. The partnerships, I think, are one of the most important things when it comes to a project like this. When you've got strong partnerships, it means that there's going to be an ecosystem of support from not just your team, but from third parties who are saying that your project is good as well, and oftentimes promoting it for you in a more public and broad way. Polygon, I'm a huge fan of. Why? Because it may assist with the speed and the efficiency and the cost of the tokenomics for not just the token itself and token distribution, but the game, right? This is one of those situations in which having speed of execution for token distribution is a really big part of gameplay. If somebody is able to see immediately that they have tokens or coins distributed directly to their wallet in a way that allows them ownership, right? Full ownership of tokens on the blockchain, they can see that immediately without friction, and it costs the team very, very little. That's huge, right? Because there will be operating costs for any of these smart contract networks, but for Polygon to be a part of it, I think is very, very positive, a development for this team. And I'm happy for that. That's the gist of this project. Like really, in a nutshell, that's kind of the thing. Let me show you also the roadmap. And I think it's pretty important that we take a look at this roadmap as well. But the roadmap is very, very aggressive. Just when I say aggressive, I mean like it's fast, it's audacious, and the team is biting off just as much as they can chew and maybe just a tiny bit more because they know that the bull market only has so much time left in it to be able to deliver something of value and then be able to do a token fundraise as they're at the onset of that delivering of value. And I understand why they would have to do the IDO and the token raise first. If they just launched a game, they'd have to wait until they had a massive user base and they'd have to incentivize that user base somehow. Well, how better to incentivize them than with a token? Well, what gives the token value? Well, it has to trade somewhere. How will it trade somewhere if it's not already distributed to people who are interested in seeing it grow in value? You see where the cycle kind of comes back around to having the token? So I understand why they started there. They could have launched a video game and had there be no tokenomics or built the tokenomics in later, but too many projects have done that, and that kind of made many projects from 2016 through 2018 fail because they said, we're going to be the best possible video game in this category. And then we'll add tokenomics to it after the fact, or we'll figure out a way to add tokenomics to it after the fact. I think that's wrong-headed. I think that a project like this is doing the right thing by looking at the IDO first. But here is their roadmap. They had the ideation phase back in April of this year. Talent sourcing in May. They went very fast there because they knew they had a good leadership team and advisement team already. So talent sourcing. They created the game quiz development in June, the smart contract development in August, a private equity round. Once they knew the smart contract was pretty good, right? And then they had it audited in September. I mentioned before that it was published, or that smart contract review was published on October 15th. That means that they submitted it with enough time for it to be meaningful, right? They didn't just say like, all right, tell us in like 2 days whether or not this is good. No, the smart contract review, a very important part of launching a new token, was given the appropriate amount of time, right? It wasn't done overnight, and it was reviewed by a team that is very professional. It really knows their stuff. Zokyo Labs is quite good. So, yeah, but the smart contract was audited in September and then was responsibly disclosed any of the issues that could have affected the smart contract before that was published, right? So September to October, they had time to work on the smart contract for any changes that were necessary. The pre-sale started in September 27th, and then now the MIMIR beta release, the beta release, I'm not sure if that's obviously not public. I'm not a part of the beta release right now. I'm not using it on my phone or anything. I kind of wish I could have been. That would have been fun. I'd love to be on the beta team. If anyone's watching this from the MIMIR quiz, I'd love to be on the beta tester team before the final one is released in November. Like, that would be, I'd really, really enjoy that. I'd love to do a review of it as well as we're getting to the full release candidate. So the IDO starts today, right now, and then the MIMIR token launch on Uniswap and Gate.io to start with, and maybe others, will be on the 4th. So we've got a couple more days before that happens, right? So there will be a big public launch, and I have brought this Gem Hunter content to you in time to prepare for that. If you, after doing your due diligence and making your own decisions, if you feel like this is the right direction for you. Let's take a look at the finishing of the roadmap. It will launch on the 7th, apparently, so very, very soon. I'd love to get my hands on that early beta test version of it. But then the new quiz mode will launch on the 15th, and then there will be a fiat on-ramp to buy MIMIR tokens within the app itself, using maybe some of the Google and Apple payment options there. Again, the audacious part of the roadmap is that by December 1st, they want 100,000 users playing the quiz. Then they want to have a second quiz launched in early Q1, maybe as early as January, right? Q1 of 2022. They want 1 million users, so they want to 10x that user base by mid Q1. And then by early Q2, they want to launch a third game, and end of Q2, they want to have the most active monthly users in the crypto space. And I think that with the game model that they have of there being a trivia-based quiz or trivia-based gameplay, they might be able to do it. All right, guys, that's my overview of MIMIR quiz. Let me know what you think so far. Do you like what you've seen so far? Have you checked the links down below and looked into it yourself? I mean, I'm giving you links to everything. The smart contract audit, the full smart contract code laid out on Etherscan, on the Block Explorer, the white paper PDF, the PowerPoint presentation. There's all kinds of stuff on the website as well that, of course, you can explore. But what do you think? What do you think so far? Tell me in the comment section, guys. Is this helping you to find new things? Would you have found this project any other way? I need to hear from you. I need to know that this Gem Hunter content is useful to you. Let me know what other questions you want me to ask. Let me know what other aspects of a project like this you want me to cover, because I want this to be the most informative and entertaining project overview that you can possibly get. And moving forward, I want to bring you so many more gems like this. All right, guys, thanks for watching all the way to the end. Thank you for being subscribed, clicking the bell icon so you're notified when new media comes out. I really do make this media for you guys. I love your face. Remember to stay private and mind your biz. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. Be sure to check out mineyour.biz, where you can sign up for our email newsletter, where we're still ramping up content, but you will occasionally receive specials for flash sales and all kinds of other deals that we have going on the site. You can also check out our services page, where we offer consulting to projects that need it. You can pick up the Freedom Phone, which respects your privacy. You can pay for it in crypto and have it shipped to you anonymously, as well as getting merchandise that also is paid for with crypto. That's right, we practice what we preach, including, well, a Flux swag page. That's right. It's a dedicated page just for the team over at Flux Network because we love them that much. Thanks for watching to the end. Thanks for being subscribed. You know I love your face. Be sure to stay private and mind your biz.